If the two Anchorman movies, IFC by the way, are indicative of how Hollywood views news reporters, then they believe news reporters are a bunch of idiots. Considering how Hollywood as a whole is filled with people who've lost their minds, and the absolute stupidity of those two movies in particular, it's obvious they have a strong sense of kinship. However, with the ridiculous increase in the number of TV news channels, they have a point. Because there's been a corresponding increase in the number of news reporters asking increasingly ridiculous questions. How do you feel? Has to be the worst question possible. But it's always the first question they ask after tragedy has struck. Think about it for a minute. How often have you seen a report of a horrible event and then watch a reporter approach the survivor live on TV and know the first words out of the reporter's mouth are going to be, "You've just suffered a horrible tragedy. How do you feel?" Are you kidding us? Is that your best question? However, in fairness to reporters, some people are even less intelligent. For example, Solomon's son Rehoboam, recently crowned king of Israel in the city of Shechem, could have learned from them and gone out to the people to ask how they felt after his promise to raise their taxes. They had already declared how they felt in a bold rejection of his rule, 1 Kings 12:16 and 2 Chronicles 10:16. Oblivious to the severity of the matter, he sent Hadoram, their work leader, to tell them to get back to work. Hadoram found out how they felt when they stoned him to death, 1 Kings 12:18 and 2 Chronicles 10:18. Even someone as dense as Rehoboam could figure out how they felt, and, having heard them loud and clear, jumped in his chariot and fled for his life back to Jerusalem. We know how he felt, frightened. But are we any smarter? God has spoken to us through his Son, but do we listen to him? Do we even think about how he feels when we refuse to do what he says? Know this, if we don't listen to God in this life, don't expect him to ask us how we feel at judgment. He already knows, and we'll figure it out when he says, "Depart, I never knew you." Don't wait until it's too late to find out. The smart question for any who won't listen to God right now isn't, "How do you feel?" It's, "What are you thinking?" Well, what are you thinking? Thank you for watching Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until next time, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.